So welcome. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on where you are in the world. It is just a little bit before noon here for me. So this is part 2 of my teddy bear journals. So as I explained in part 1, I have finally finished a series of teddy bear journals that I've been working on for about a year. So it's just nice to get this project finished. So these journals, the 3 full-size journals are, and these 2 minis are in my Etsy shop available for sale. So this is a bit of a flip through, but it's also a little bit of a chat about, you know, me making them and the little journey I went through. So I have made minis before, but I kind of winged them in the past. But this is a course that I took from Mrs. Cog's Craft. It's called... I think it's, I mentioned it in the first video. It's called the Complete Mrs. Cog Junk Journal Course. So I purchased it over 4 years ago, and so it was a great course. I thoroughly recommend it, and I will link the course in my description below. It was very well taught, and just the skills and the techniques that you learn to properly bind and just all the steps in creating a journal that you need to take. It's just good ground knowledge to have. I mean, I've made many journals since, but my goal was when I first did the course, I made another themed, I made 3 journals of a different theme, and I always wanted to go back and make the teddy bear journal, and I ended up making 5 journals. So here they are. So these are just the wonderful style of Mrs. Cog. Beautiful little tassels, and she makes them really wide. So let's dive in. We've got the one journal here with Julie Wilcox. I hope I'm saying that right. Yes. Oh no, Jessie Wilcox. My apologies. So this image is part of the 7 stages of childhood, I believe, which is one of the images that you can get if you do the course, or otherwise you can just buy the kit from Mrs. Cog's shop. So I will link that kit below as well. So let's dive in. So just pop that one over there. So this fabric here, just little stars, and you've got your little tassels, which is just all lovely ribbons and sari silks and these little cute little teddy bear paws, and it's on a bulldog clip that you can take off, and little cute teddy bear charm. So I might take that off. And now the measurements of these little minis, just grab my ruler. It is just under 3.5 inches, so say 3, just a bit over 3 1/4, and it is 4 inches tall, and it is 2.5 inch wide spine. So on the cover here, you've got the lovely image. You've got 3 buttons, and it has been backed onto some hessian and just a little bit of fabric. So we've got a sari silk closure. This sari silk, I found this lovely Australian lady, and she actually dyes her sari silk. Well, I don't think this is sari silk. I think it's just silk. And I ordered a whole lot of different colours in the colour tones that I think I will be using. So I'll be using these in more journals to come. Just at the top here, you've got these cute paper clips that have been wrapped onto, wrapped up with lace there. So similar to the full-size journals. So there's your front cover there. They, when you open them up, they're almost like, Elizabeth talks about them being like those old slinky toys. They just lay flat. But it is good because when you want to write, the journal does lay very flat. So again, very well made. The construction is all good quality materials and very, very durable journals. I would call these heirloom quality journal. They will last. Okay, so let's do a little flip through. They are minis, so they're very delicate. My hands are as big as the book, but very, very similar. So with the kits, what I did was I printed, I think I printed 4 to a page, and that shrunk the images down quite well. And I found a Winnie the Pooh, a German Winnie the Pooh book that I harvested for some of the cute illustrations. So as I say, even though they're a mini, there's our first book charm there, which is a little dragonfly. These are pretty much as much work, nearly as much work as the full-size journal. I hope you can see this. This is some pom-pom trim, some Avril yarn that I glued down the edge of the paper, and you could almost dangle little charms off the ribbons, off the string there. Dyed paper. Okay, so we've got the signature, middle of the signature, dangle charms, and that's got the word magic. I think it's all these little finishing touches that get added to the journal that make them so charming. Trying to find papers that will suit the mini as well was a challenge in itself. So as I mentioned in the part 1 video, I ended up creating a digital kit because I just really struggled to find book pages that I was happy with. So you could journal in these, but personally, myself, I would probably just keep this as just a bit of memorabilia, but you can certainly journal in them. That's the end of the first signature. Okay, that's a bit of my Digi kit there. I think I may have formatted pages for the mini. I can't remember. I think that's index card that I tea-dyed, and I ended up putting it in the middle as one of the pages. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment, and I'll certainly answer if I know how to. There's a little word charm there with the word found. I found this gorgeous Shirley Temple image, and that had to go in the middle of the signature there with a little circle and flower on there. So that was cute. The teddy bear march. I think when I sewed the signatures together, I had this upside down, so I ripped it out, but I've included, well, there you go, it's upside down, but I've included it in here so you can still enjoy it because the images are just gorgeous. I can get that back in there. There we go. different images there. Winnie the Pooh. That's one of my digi-kits there, one of the pages. I will end up writing in there, handcrafted by Teddy and Cat, the same as I did in the full-size journals. So we're into our third signature now. So similar pages, but yeah, I got these Winnie the Pooh images. Another one of the other half of that page that I ripped out. And there's a little mini teddy bear charm there. So you've got a little bit of journaling space there, or decorating space. Winnie the Pooh with his little honey pot. Some music paper. Look, bit of Australia there. Snuggle, little flashcards. All this stitching on paper that we all love to do, and lace and paper and tea dyeing and pretty papers and book images. It's just so lovely. What a wonderful craft this is, that we can, everything that we love, we can put together and make these beautiful, gorgeous journals. And finding these old images and putting them together and resurrecting life back into them and bringing them back into the front again for us to adore now. I just love this craft. Doesn't matter who I tell, they're all fascinated by what I do when they ask me, or they find out, or they overhear me talking and they're curious, and then I tell them what I do, and they all, I haven't had one person who's said anything negative about it. They all love the idea of it, especially when they see the journals. They just love them. I've actually been asked to create a recipe, another recipe. Well, when I say another, because I've already done a recipe journal, but I've been asked to do one as a gift, and I want to do a retro, more like a passport, no, more like a traveler note style. So that's got a little tuck spot in there, some lace that you can tuck something in, and so I'm going to design a kit for that, and I've got some amazing things to include in the kit. I've got lots of ideas, but I want to make it's Winnie the Pooh. I want to make it so it's like a recipe journal, but I also want to make it so that it's like a house journal as well, so that you know, just like maybe important instructions, or like Mike has come up with this idea, because we're sort of going through the house. We've been here for 8 years now, and we're going through and sort of upgrading things and kind of remodeling things, and he said we should have a house box, and like all the globes, we should like keep a list of what wattage we want, you know, like for the bathrooms we like a certain style of light, and then for the main rooms we like a certain style of light, and then certain lamps that we've got, we need a certain style of globe. So I thought that was a good idea, but I thought a house journal or like a house book is also a good idea. So that's what my ideas are for this journal that I'll be doing, and I mentioned it to this friend of mine, and he said, sounds great, I think she will love it. Happy for you to experiment, and she can be your, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, my prototype. So that will be coming up soon, because I need to get that done for Christmas. I've got Winnie the Pooh there. So we're coming near to the end, and what can I say? Thoroughly enjoyed making these journals. That's enough out of my kit as well. Just some glossy accents. I've punched it out in a circle and put some glossy accents on there. I mean, you could punch a hole in that and add a bulb pin, and you could decorate your journal with that. I mean, there's so many ideas, but I mean, you could just keep going forever and ever, and I had to finish the journals off. So, as I say, there's plenty of room in this journal to add your own touch and make it your own. So this is the final page of this one here. So I'll do a quick run through. Let me just put that tassel there so I don't forget. Okay, so this is this one here. This was just a public domain image that I found. There's the tassel again. It's very similar to the tassel for the other mini. I'll just pop that over there. So again, it's sari ribbon silk. That's the cover there. That's the fabric. And you've got your ribbon, your lace paper clips up the top there, and then you've got these beautiful paper, they're fabric and lace page tabs. So you've got your inside cover there, and I'll just do a flick through of the pages. As I say, I'm just doing this because I'm going to list these in my Etsy, and even though they're all similar, but they've all got different book pages, and I know I look at things on Etsy and I kind of want to know what I'm getting as well. So that's why I wanted to go to the trouble of filming all of the interior pages. Just so you know what you're getting, because I'd hate for you to see, for example, that Shirley Temple image and then buy this journal and not get the Shirley Temple image, which is maybe one of the reasons why you wanted to get the journal. So but in every journal I have certainly done my best to add unique, interesting and lovely elements. I mean, it's all lovely, but that just little something special in each one. When everyone else has let you down, there's always Ted. They're so cute, aren't they? I mean, is it just me, or is it whenever you see a teddy bear, your heart just melts? So just these little tags, they're all dotted throughout the journal, and they've all got just these little images stamped on them. So every time you see a bit of card with laces there, it's like a little tuck spot that you can put something in. Teddy bears are like keys. They're always in the first place you think they'd be and the last place you look. Garfield. That is very true. A little Tigger image there. Little my DigiKit that I have shrunk down. I did have somebody inquire about my Winnie the Pooh journal pages kit, and she wanted to know whether I did them in like certain sizes. I'm going to get back to her, because all you need to do is you could either print 2 to a page, or you could go into your printer settings and you can scale down. So if you do need to reduce the pages to fit the size journal, that is the options that you have. That's the middle of the second signature with little banner dangles and the word magic on there. So there's lots and lots of tutorials on that. You would just need to search something like print two pages to a page, and maybe even put your printer in there. You might even be lucky to find a tutorial, Winnie the Pooh there, that's got the same printer or similar printer to what you have. That's a long quote. It's almost like a little story, isn't it? Bears being sent through the mail should never be squashed up to make them fit. It gives them indigestion. Oh, we wouldn't want that, would we? Sorry, just undoing that little tiny little dog ear that's just developed there. Okay. Oh, it's been a big morning for me. I got up early this morning. I photographed these journals and I've done about 50 photographs. Set up my area to, you know, display them nicely and get the lighting right. And now I have to, even though by the time you see this video this will all be done, but I need to just complete the Etsy listings. I need to edit these videos and then upload them. And then I have to go out, and I'll be in the car for about 3 hours. So if I can get these videos uploaded in that time, when I get back, hopefully they'll be ready. So we're onto our third signature. That's the middle pages there. Little circle dangles with a flower on one of them. And so we've got tea dyed. Teddy bear stamp. That's a little lace, and then I've put a little love heart there. One never quite gets over a lost bear. No, that would be terrible. And we're on to the fourth and final signature. So I hope you've enjoyed this little flip through. Well, it's not been little, but it's been a lot of journals. So yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed this whole process. So I'm very happy with how they turned out. Christopher Robin. That's the other side of the page there. And Winnie the Pooh page, and oh, there's the middle of the final signature. Isn't that cute? And it's got Imagine on the little banner dangles there. Fuzzy. Bears need people. People need bears. We're down to the last few pages. And here we are. And there we go. Okay, guys, well, that's the minis, and I'll pop that back on, and we'll get these all ready for you guys to have a look at, and on to my next project now. So as I said, I'm going to take a little break. Well, when I say little break, just let her out. So I'm trying to decide what my next project is. I've started collecting and putting bits together for a Halloween style journal, but I don't, yeah, I mean, Halloween is good timing, but I've been getting into ghost stories, listening to ghost stories and like true crime, and being Halloween, and also Tracy Fox has released her Dark Compendium, which I absolutely loved, and also, oh gosh, is it Super Simples, who, I get them muddled up and I don't want to say the wrong name. Let me, oh, if I go into my pink monarch prints. And so I've bought a couple of her Super Simples that she's been doing. So I'm thinking that will be the next journal that I work on. I have to sit down and work out what journals I want to work on, because I want to do definitely the Halloween one, and it is September. So maybe I should do the Halloween one, and then I want to do the teddy bear series using my kit, and just obviously not going to be doing this style of journal, but and so I want to do that one, and then I want to do some little golden books, and I'm thinking that I might do a couple of Christmas ones, but then I'll do a couple of other ones which would be good for gifts for Christmas, but not Christmas themed. So I think that's the order that I'll do it in. I think, thinking out loud, I think I've just kind of worked that out in my head. So but I've got some little mini projects I want to do. I think now that I've just done this big series of journals, I want to just make some ephemera folders and just create a few little things like that. Cut out my bits and pieces from my Dark Compendium, so I might turn the camera on for that. So yeah, my craft room is a little bit messy, as you can imagine. It's not too bad. I've already half tidied up, but do all those little bits and pieces, kind of get myself ready again to get stuck into some more journals. So anyway, that is me. That is our teddy bear junk journals, which are heirloom quality, handcrafted. Hope you've enjoyed these flip throughs, and check out Mrs. Cogg's courses because she's a wonderful teacher. Thank you very much. Until next time, bye.